Today, our topic is why Seneca's The Shortness of Life is a must-read. This small but powerful book, written nearly 2,000 years ago, is still relevant today because it teaches us how to live a meaningful life. Seneca, a Roman philosopher, was one of the great Stoic thinkers, and his ideas about time, life, and how we use our days are timeless. In this speech, I will explain why this book is so important and how its lessons can help you live better, no matter who you are or where you come from. First, let's talk about the main idea of the book. Seneca says that life is not short, but we make it short by wasting our time. He believes that people often complain about not having enough time, but the truth is, we waste a lot of it on things that don't matter. For example, many people spend hours on social media, watching TV, or doing things that don't add value to their lives. Seneca says that if we use our time wisely, we can live a full and satisfying life, even if we don't live for 100 years. This is a powerful idea because it puts the responsibility on us. We can't control how long we live, but we can control how we use the time we have. One of the reasons On the Shortness of Life is a must-read is because it teaches us to focus on what really matters. Seneca says that many people live as if they will live forever, and they postpone the things that are truly important. They say, I will start my business next year, or I will spend more time with my family when I retire. But life is unpredictable, and we don't know how much time we have left. Seneca reminds us that we should not wait for the perfect moment to do what matters. Instead, we should act now and make the most of every day. This is a lesson that many people need to hear today, especially in a world where we are so busy but often feel unfulfilled. Another reason this book is important is that it teaches us to be mindful of how we spend our time. Seneca says that time is the most valuable thing we have because we can never get it back. Money, possessions, and even relationships can be lost and regained, but time is gone forever once it passes. He warns us not to give our time away too easily. For example, many people spend too much time pleasing others or doing things they don't enjoy because they feel pressured by society. Seneca says that we should be more selective about how we spend our time and focus on activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. This is a lesson that can help us live more intentionally and avoid regrets later in life. Seneca also talks about the importance of self-reflection. He says that many people go through life without thinking about what they really want or what kind of person they want to be. They just follow the crowd and do what everyone else is doing. But Seneca believes that we should take time to reflect on our lives and ask ourselves important questions. Are we living in a way that aligns with our values? Are we using our time in a way that will make us proud when we look back? These questions can help us make better decisions and live a more meaningful life. This is another reason why The Shortness of Life is so valuable. It encourages us to think deeply about our lives and make changes if necessary. One of the most inspiring parts of the book is Seneca's advice on how to deal with challenges and difficulties. He says that life is full of ups and downs, and we can't control everything that happens to us. But we can control how we respond to these situations. Seneca believes that we should accept the things we cannot change and focus on what we can control. This is a key idea in Stoicism, and it can help us stay calm and strong in difficult times. For example, if we lose our job or face a health problem, we can choose to see it as an opportunity to grow and learn, rather than something that ruins our lives. This mindset can help us overcome any obstacle and live with more peace and resilience. Another reason to read On the Shortness of Life is that it teaches us to appreciate the present moment. Seneca says that many people are so focused on the future or the past that they forget to enjoy the present. They worry about what will happen tomorrow or regret what happened yesterday, and they miss the beauty of today. Seneca reminds us that life is happening right now, and we should not take it for granted. This is a lesson that is especially important in today's fast-paced world, where many people are always rushing and never slowing down to enjoy the simple things in life. By learning to appreciate the present moment, we can find more happiness and peace in our daily lives. Seneca also talks about the importance of learning and personal growth. He says that we should never stop learning, no matter how old we are. He believes that education is not just for school or work, but for life. By reading books, studying philosophy, and learning new skills, we can improve ourselves and live a more fulfilling life. Seneca himself was a lifelong learner, and he believed that knowledge is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. This is another reason why Gone the Shortness of Life is a must-read. It encourages us to keep growing and improving, no matter where we are in life. Finally, Seneca's book is a must-read because it reminds us of the importance of gratitude. He says that many people are never satisfied with what they have. They always want more money, more success, or more things. But Seneca believes that true happiness comes from appreciating what we already have. He encourages us to be grateful for our health, our relationships, and the simple pleasures of life. This is a lesson that can help us find contentment and joy, even if we don't have everything we want. By practicing gratitude, we can live a more positive and fulfilling life. In conclusion, Seneca's Gone the Shortness of Life is a must-read because it teaches us how to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. It reminds us to use our time wisely, focus on what matters, and be mindful of how we spend our days. It encourages us to reflect on our lives, accept challenges with strength, and appreciate the present moment. It also inspires us to keep learning and growing, and to practice gratitude for what we have. These lessons are timeless, and they can help us live better, no matter who we are or where we come from. So if you haven't read this book yet, I highly recommend it. It's a short read, but its ideas can change your life.